Cash Crew, what it do, man? It's your boy Dub here. It's your boy Vlad here. It's your boy Jig here. What's going on, fellas?
What's
Going on? We're back again for another week's episode here with the Sports Cash Crew, where we discuss everything sports and the business behind it. But of course, you guys know how it starts off. We always have some headlines for you guys before we get into this week's episode. So we got a lengthy amount of things to cover. A lot of things been happening in the sports world, but first, we're going to talk about NBA Hall of Fame. This week, the NBA Hall of Fame inductees were inducted into the Hall of Fame. And, of course, the three biggest names that were talked about is Chris Webber, Chris Bosh, and Big Ben Wallace.
Yo, can I admit something?
Yes.
You know when I sent you that headline, I purposely left somebody out. It was Paul Pierce went in as well. But I don't like Paul Pierce, so.
Wow.
Disrespect.
He didn't even give me a chance to get to his name, but okay.
Like, I purposely was like Chris Webber, Chris Bosh, Ben Wallace.
That's
So,
crazy.
Yeah, Paul Pierce is in it too, y'all.
Your hatred for Paul Pierce is that bad?
Yeah, I don't like Paul
Yeah, I
Pierce.
feel you. I don't like him either.
Yeah, so whatever. Yo, but I saw a crazy stat on Ben Wallace. I thought it was really cool. This dude had more blocks than he
points?
has fouls in his career.
Yeah, that's true. I think I saw that too.
I was like, damn, that's wild. And they said he had more steals than turnovers, which
Well,
I can see
I
that
can see
because
that,
he never
yeah.
had the ball like that. But the blocks over fouls, I was like, that's good.
Then again, I mean, that team was a defensive team, so by the time they got to him, it was a block party.
Yeah.
He didn't really need a foul that much, but multiple Defensive Player of the Year award. I think he's shown people that you don't have to be an elite offensive player to be a Hall of Famer, but if you can be an anchor on a pretty good team, you can get into the Hall of Fame just being an elite defender. Because Ben Wallace was never known for offense, but he was definitely an elite defender back in his time, guarding some of the best centers in the league at that time. Chris Webber, Shaq, Tim Duncan, and all those guys, and he held his own. Undrafted, so for a lot of guys that's out there, that might not be the superstar or that elite offensive player, you still can make an impact on the court. And look, now he's a Hall of Famer.
Yerp.
All right. Before that, we still have some more NBA news. Of course, it seems like the Lakers are never done signing people.
Of course.
So it looks like the Lakers done got two acquisitions, and it's finalized. DeAndre Jordan from the Brooklyn Nets, and again, Rajon Rondo once again is back in the Lakers uniform.
The boys are they going for it though?
Yeah,
They going for it though. Bro.
yeah. I think that's the.
You may not like how it look, but that's what the
That's
NBA
the goal.
allows.
That's the goal.
Yeah, that's what
That's
what
definitely
they
the
allowed
goal.
to do, I guess. So
But also, don't forget they traded Marcus Gasol. They cleared up $10 million. So we don't know what that's.
I mean, you can only have so many bigs, bro. Dwight Howard, AD, DeAndre Jordan. What you was gonna do with Marc Gasol, bro?
But I just like that that $10 million can go to
Something
somebody like a sharpshooter.
Yeah, that's true.
It could fill up a spot that they definitely need maybe the second half of the season. So we'll see. Obviously, I think with the Lakers, well, really GM LeBron, he will scout out the first 2 months of the season, see what they need, and the last tweaking at the end, he'll probably make the call.
Probably bring back Ray Allen out of retirement.
Oh, you stupid. You stupid. Yo, hey, once a shooter, always a shooter, though.
That's
so.
a fact. That's a fact. Now, we got some football news. Le'Veon Bell finally has a new home. He is playing with the leading quarterback rusher, Lamar Jackson, out there in Baltimore. But there's a crazy stat I think you just had said earlier this week, Doug. The Baltimore Ravens have now 4 rushers at one point that used to have 1,000 yards.
Yeah, Le'Veon Bell, Latavius Murray, Devontae Freeman, and Lamar Jackson has at some point in their career ran for 1,000 yards in a season. So they backfield is kind of deep.
It seems like they're not looking to throw the ball much this year.
Can you blame them?
So we'll see how that works. It's just another addition to that Baltimore elite running offense. And also, it looks like Deshaun Watson is not suiting up this year, from what we know. Tyrod Taylor got announced to be QB1 for the Houston Texans. Does that make it definite that Deshaun is not going to play, guys? I think that's the cue for the trade.
Well, I mean, yo, I wasn't all I wasn't sold that he was gonna play anyway. I don't know if you remember when we was having the rankings of quarterbacks for next year, and then I remember I think you had Deshaun Watson as your number 5, and I was like,
granted, if he played,
yeah, I mean it was a if he, but I wasn't too sold that he was actually gonna play anyway. So,
however, what if Deshaun ends up his way in Miami? Because that's rumors now,
Yeah, that keeps coming up. Right now,
it's a definite. He's not playing for the Texans this year.
He's definitely
not going to suit up for them.
I mean, it's weird how it worked out, man. I mean, first he came from demanding a trade to next, being known as a bad guy on the streets, I guess you could say. And now we don't. I mean, I don't know if he's not playing because of all the drama with with all the women or whatever, or he's just not playing because Houston don't want him suiting up since he's unhappy. I don't know what it is.
I think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah, so
for sure.
It's a lot going on out in Houston, man.
I think it's a good move. I don't think he should play for Houston. One, obviously he doesn't want to be there, and you really gave away all his weapons. And then now you got this stigmatism on his name. I think Houston did the choice, just move on for him. Go ahead, put Tyrod Taylor in, and just start making your exit plan without Deshaun Watson. Just go ahead, put in the back of your mind that Deshaun Watson is not going to be Houston Texan moving forward. And because I think starting him and then just say week 3, you trade him, I don't think that's a good look for the team. You might as well just put it out there in the beginning before the season starts that, hey, we're just going to move on from you. And then when we finally decide to trade you, we'll trade you. So we'll see. Hopefully Deshaun Watson has a new home before the season's done. But as of right now, he is not playing for the Houston Texans. At least he's not starting.
Right.
Also, another starter that's looking for a new home, Cam Newton.
Killer Cam.
Yo, Jig the Prophet, bro.
Jig
the Prophet.
He predicted this.
I didn't think he would start for too long, but I can't say I thought he was gonna get cut, especially that quick.
Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna get cut before the season started. I predicted during, but I knew he either was gonna get traded or let go from the team for sure because they found their
guy.
They found their guy, and Bill Belichick doesn't keep that many quarterbacks on his roster, not on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, aside from the fact that we ain't have much faith in him because of he's a little colored.
Yeah,
but Mac Jones played well though.
Right.
In the preseason, Mac Jones played well, so it's not like it's not like they just handed it to him because he's not colored. Like, man, I'm sure that might be part of it. I don't know, but regardless though, he did play well.
Right.
In the times he got to play during the preseason. So yeah, it's a new era in New England, and Cam Newton ain't got nothing to do with it.
He'll find a job next year.
Yeah, but it goes back, man. Is there 32 quarterbacks better than Cam Newton? He's about to be on the Mellow tour, bro.
I called it. I said it.
he's on the Mellow tour right now, man. So,
but then again, I don't see no team wanting to plan and build with Cam. I think that's the problem.
He's not. He's gonna be a backup.
I think a lot of teams know he. Obviously there's not 32 guys better than him, but there's a lot of teams that just say, hey, we don't have a plan to build with Cam.
Right.
And I think that's what it's going to come down to. I think Cam is just going to have to accept to be a backup quarterback in the league now if he wants to have a longer career.
Right.
But honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing him in Atlanta. Let him come home. For a couple years, sit behind Matt Ryan.
And chill.
What do you mean a couple years though, Matt? Cam Newton is over 30 himself.
I'm just saying, give it a 2-year term where he's a backup to Matt Ryan. Let him come home. Just have that chance in his career to play in Atlanta.
I don't know if y'all heard the interview the talk between him and his pops.
Yeah.
And I think he made a great point saying, New England had to cut him though,
yeah,
because if they wasn't going to start him, I think it would have been difficult on Mac Jones.
Right.
For real, because just knowing that you have a personality like Cam behind you, a former MVP, a guy that's taking a team to a Super Bowl, all this kind of stuff, and
pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. I don't think Mac Jones would have always been thinking about Cam while even out on the field trying to call plays. So I think, in a way, New England, if he wasn't going to start Cam, I think they did the right thing.
Yep.
let him go and see what, wherever his career may end up. I was shocked that Dallas didn't make a move for him because that's something Dallas would do.
That's true. They do need a backup for Dak. They do need I mean, he could be a good backup too. But it's all about Jerry World, and we'll see if Jerry Jones put that plug down the road. Maybe he can get Cam Newton for a steal. But last but not least, before we get to our topic of the week, Latavius Murray. When they said, pay me some money back, and you refuse, you get cut. Latavius Murray, she got cut due to not taking a pay cut. This is the world we in sports. Sometimes it's cutthroat like that. When they want to save some money on the books and hey, take a little bit less. I know a lot of people nowadays is all about pay me what I'm worth and all that good stuff, but it's a cutthroat league, and if you're not that guy for them, they will cut you no matter what the price comes. So Latavius Murray looks like he's been cut. Currently looking for a new home. Hopefully he finds one soon.
Nah, he found one.
He did?
Ravens.
Oh yeah, Ravens. Yeah, that's right.
We just mentioned it earlier.
My fault.
Yeah,
So he did find a new home. I'm sorry. Now he's with Baltimore, but that's a lot of ball to share on the ground game. So,
I wonder what Kent would have said if he heard you say that.
Yeah, he probably get in the group. But anyway, on that note, I think that's all the headlines we have for this week. Now to dive into this week's episode, guys. We are now here for the Sunday games, week 1. But before we get there, we had the first game of the season, obviously, between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. Thursday night football.
Amazing.
I think it was a great game to start off the season.
It was a great result.
Yeah, it was a great result. A lot of hiccups between both teams, but one thing that stood out to me, of course, is this dude, Tom Brady, is still Tom Brady.
Jig, fight him.
What did he have to do? He's throwing to everybody that's in a Pro Bowl. That's Gronk, 2 touchdowns, 100 yards. Antonio Brown, was it 2 touchdowns, 1 touchdown, 100-something yards in the first half.
Yeah.
Mike Evans was the loser, and he's the number 1 receiver. He had 2 catches, 3 catches?
Yeah, something like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. You know who really did it? Dak Prescott.
He did.
I told y'all, Dak is back.
For now.
No, this is Dak all the way.
Nah. I got a couple takes.
Go ahead, big
One, Jig, I've told you this before. You OD on Brady, bro. Okay?
No.
You OD. I know. Trust me. Jig, I don't like Brady either, bro. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan. But you cannot... I mean, yes, I get it. I mean, he's not stupid. When he left New England, he wasn't going to be on no team that had no rebuilding. We knew Tampa had a defense. They had an offense. They just really needed that quarterback that wasn't going to turn the ball overnight. Right. But you sometimes you make it sound like Brady is Alex Smith, Rex Grossman.
No. He definitely is.
Trent Dilfer. Like, it's not that bad. No, Brady still goes out and wins games.
No, he definitely does. He definitely does.
But we also understand the guy is 43.
4, bro.
44.
It don't even matter.
40 plus.
And he was not shivering in that pocket at all.
And that's another point. I saw Peyton Manning at the end of his career. Yes. It was tough to watch.
Yeah, in Denver.
Peyton Manning don't work out, though.
No. Well,
and Tom Brady does?
Yes,
Whose fault is that? Whose fault? I saw Drew Brees at the end of his career. It wasn't looking good.
I saw Drew Brees' last game of his career.
The guys, like, you could tell their arm strength wasn't there. Brady, I saw him make some throws on Thursday, like,
he still got it.
Yeah, he got it. Like, I mean, the bomb he threw to AB or... he actually had one earlier to AB on a slow go route that I thought that was his best throw that I've seen in a while. And I was like, dang, like Brady he's not managing his games. It's not
he's not managing.
Like he's slinging the
he's
rock.
Going for net.
Bro.
But on the other side, we are talking about Dallas defense, though.
That is true.
That
is true.
All right. So now we're gonna get to Dallas defense. We already knew true Dallas defense. I mean, but that still doesn't take away from Brady. His whole career he's been eating anyway. But I mean, Dallas defense looked better than anticipated, I'd say. Granted, I think it could have been a bigger game. if Chris Godwin doesn't fumble and drop the pass a couple times.
Yeah.
But but that's neither here or there.
That's 2 touchdowns.
Look.
Yeah.
He dropped one.
And he fumbled.
He fumbled one. Leonard Fournette caught an interception. Ronald Jones fumbles the ball. Dallas should have got washed. Yep. Let's be honest. But
possibly.
If Tampa Bay cleaned up their mistakes, I could see Tampa Bay putting another 25 points.
Yeah, I mean, and I did feel like Tampa made it closer than Dallas forced it to be close.
Right.
I do feel that.
Right.
I get that. But, I mean, I had to give it to Dallas. Like, you know, the first drive, Tampa had a 3-and-out. I was like,
what?
Okay. And then, them boys are here to play, I guess, a little bit. They still need to address their corners and stuff because the dude, whoever was trying to check AB on the other side, Anthony Brown.
He was food.
It was food, yeah. He was getting chewed up out there.
The dude who was checking Amari Cooper after the switch, Dean or whatever his last name was. It was eating
food, bro.
But you know what? Amari made a bold prediction before the season started. He said he's the best receiver in the game. He said he hadn't. No, but he did admit that he hadn't proved it yet.
Yeah.
But he felt like he was the best receiver and that he was going to prove it this season. So far, he had 13 catches, 130-some yards, 2 touchdowns.
He's starting off.
He's backing
it up so
we
far.
have 16 more games to go.
No, I mean, of course. But I mean, hell, we killed Sha'Carri Richardson for talking crazy and getting blown out. So you know when
she got 150 more races to go at least.
Yeah, so she can come back from that. But you know, Amari Cooper, I'm like, hey, and he's typically a quiet guy. You don't really hear Amari Cooper talk
too much.
So. You know, the fact that he feels like he's being lowballed at the receiver position, and he at least with game 1,
I can't say he's being lowballed, bro. I could put 5 guys.
I know. You can, and I probably can too. I mean, Jig probably can, but he feels like there should be no receiver over his name. So hey,
that's cool. I like the confidence. That's nice, but come on, my man. Like, do you know what league you in?
I can't say that. I mean,
if he has something to prove and he deep down in his heart feel like he's the best, then hey, by all means, go prove that. But
because what you gonna say if he averages those kind of numbers for the rest of the season?
What you won't, because there's a guy named CeeDee Lamb on the other side.
What you gonna say?
Now, if he does, I would. Hey, I'll tip my hat off to him and say, hey, you had a great 21-22 season, but it's not gonna happen again.
Hey, all I know is
one and done.
Yeah, it's a one and done.
All I know is he feels like he got something to prove, and so far he's on the right track.
I give him that.
So far he's on the right track.
One thing I had a problem with Dallas is this: you pick off Brady 2 times and you don't close the game.
But understand the picks though.
Both of them was not even.
Understand the picks. They weren't really forced.
Especially the second one was, it was a Hail Mary. Yeah, but still,
I honestly, them picks shouldn't even really be on the stat board. But I mean, they will be. But mean, unless my man had returned the thing for a touchdown, that interception was pretty much
pointless. But you caused fumble, you caused some stops, and you had the game close. And that's the problem I have with Dallas is, to me, Tampa Bay didn't play a great game at all. Like, if Tampa Bay even corrects half of their mistakes, this game is 48.
Whatever we predicted on our last episode.
So, Dallas, I think that was their chance to really, really capitalize the first game of the season to get a head start on the right foot, and Dallas was being Dallas. Watching the whole game, I was like, man, Tampa Bay is literally giving y'all the chance. Like, giving y'all the chance to take over and, take a commanding lead. But at the same time, where's Ezekiel Elliott?
Yeah, we gonna look. Zeke is gonna be back, but we gonna give him a break this game because, tell the truth, both running backs on both sides of the ball didn't do well. Because the best part of both defenses is the front seven.
I understand that, but out of the two, we expect more from Zeke than Leonard.
Well, I talked to Dan, who is a big-time Dallas Cowboy fan. Hey, Dan, if you're listening to this, I hate you. I love you, Dan. You know that. But he made a pretty good point when we was reviewing the game, and like, because I asked him the same question. I was like, your boy Zeke was a number 5 pick overall. Yes, you know, we assume Dak coming off of an injury, we assume a lot of the offense is going to be
30 touches
ran through Ezekiel Elliott. And, you know, he said he actually didn't mind the game plan. Because I was like, but Zeke had 11 carries for just barely over 30 yards, which means he averaged 3-point-something yards per carry. And he was like, well, you know, one, we already knew Tampa Bay's run defense is elite.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so they're not going to let you run anyway.
You just got to keep them a little honest.
Yeah. And that's how I felt. I was like, you got to kind of keep them honest. It's like, yeah, but no, because at the same time, you want to attack the team's weakness. Which is the corners. And obviously it worked. I mean, Dak had big numbers.
400 yards.
Yeah, 400. I mean, he threw the ball a lot. I couldn't say
times almost.
Yeah, I was blown away by how many times he threw the ball.
For 500 yards.
And I tried to say, I was like, yeah, but I mean, Dak coming off an injury, like, you know, you don't want to just throw him in the fire that quickly, like. But you know, to Dan's point, he was like, hey, but at the same time, you don't want Dak to play scared at any point. So just if he's gonna suit up, hey, just you playing as if it's a Super Bowl, you know, or whatever the case may be. So I mean, you know, then I kind of understood. I mean, granted, I don't think Zeke. I do think Zeke has been on a decline for some time now, but I can kind of understand why they didn't even try to put the rock in his hands too often. Because I mean, honestly, if they was able to run the ball, those 11 carries would have at least been 80 yards.
I think they still have the fear from last year about his fumbles.
Nah. I think it was.
Zeke did have a lot of fumbling.
I think he was just trying to do too much. Like, in my opinion, when running backs think that they have to do too much, they tend to fumble a lot. Like Adrian Peterson. Like, Adrian Peterson was on a team that he was the team for the longest. So he was like, boom, fumbling. In college, he didn't fumble not one time.
Well, I don't think it's him thinking he was fumbling. I think AP just tried to do too much.
That's what I'm saying.
He knew he had a lot of power. He knew he had the speed. I think AP really think at times he could take 2-3 people on his back and go get an extra 3 more yards.
But he had to get them extra 2 or 3 yards. Because they was going to give it to him again anyway to get them 2 or 3 yards. Might as well get it now. Then wait till the next go-around. Same thing with Zeke last year. Dak wasn't there. So, you know, they're not really throwing the ball, so they were relying on him. He's running the ball too much. But back to the game, I think it was the game plan. And Dallas slick showed the NFL a little blueprint. I'm not going to say the key to beating the Tampa Bay defense, but I think they helped. They gave you a couple bullet points. You got to beat them on the outside. Don't let the front seven be an impact. Make them chase you. Yeah. Because everything was on. Like, they was throwing a lot of screens, dump offs here, and then going downfield.
You're right.
So they had the game plan ready for them. I mean,
it just didn't.
You know,
go their way.
You still playing against the Super Bowl champs, and you know it was hard to not give the edge to the Bucs anyway.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I hate to admit it, but Dallas played a little better than anticipated, though. I will give them that. Dak is going crazy.
When the Bucs play the Bills, we'll see what Stephon Diggs do to them.
Right.
And Josh Allen. Because they are on their schedule. So when they play them, then we'll see what them corners are made of. Also, when they play the Rams, and they got to play that offense and Matthew Stafford. All right, we're back from break. Now, to get to this week's Sunday games, we are actually going to pick who we think is going to win each matchup. So, we just go right down the list. We might as well start in the hometown in Atlanta. We got the Philadelphia Eagles visiting the Atlanta Falcons.
What do Falcons do?
Sit down.
Mess up. But they're not gonna mess up this.
They
ain't gonna mess up this. They taking the dub on this.
They taking that shit, bro. I'm sorry, Philly. Actually, I'm not. Get your ass out of here. Next.
I got the Philadelphia Eagles winning that one.
Somebody look at this.
Then we have, I think this is a great game that's going to be played. Steelers versus the Bills.
That is a good game.
And it is going to be in Buffalo. I got the Bills winning that one. For sure. I definitely got the Bills. I think Stephon Diggs going to have a good game. And Josh Allen with that big contract, I think he's another one of those players that got something to prove to solidify himself as definitely a top quarterback in this league outside of Patrick Mahomes and Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers. So I think he's going to come out with a bang. And I'll say about 300 yards against the Steelers. I think he'll do 300 game.
I'm gonna call for the upset. I think Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh will take that, man. They just paid your boy T.J. Watt.
That's for fact.
And T.J. Watt, he always played like he on a mission anyway.
You're right.
I really like the fact that they picked up Melvin Ingram to play on the other side of T.J. I like their defense, their offense. I like Pittsburgh, man. A lot of people be hating on Roethlisberger sometimes, and I'm like, I don't know why. Like,
right.
I think I like them, man. Najee Harris, new to the backfield. Defense still got Minka Fitzpatrick, and I like it, man. I like it. So, yeah, we'll go Pittsburgh. I'd like to see Buffalo win, but I'm going to go Pittsburgh.
I'm going to have to pick with my boy Dub over here, man.
Oh, man.
I'm going to have to go with Pittsburgh. I just think offensively, Pittsburgh has a lot of weapons like people sleep on.
Yeah, people sleep on them, bro.
Like they have Eric Ebron at tight end. They got Claypool at receiver. They got Juju. They got what's the other? Washington in the slot. And they got Najee Harris coming out the backfield. That's a legit
That's an offense.
That's an offense right there.
That's an offense.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be like a high scoring game, but I think Pittsburgh wins by like three or four, something like that.
Okay. Then we got the Vikings versus the Bengals. Definitely got the Vikings on this one. I think the Bengals are still, a young team trying to, put the pieces together. I think the Vikings will definitely take this. But it is in Cincinnati. So they will be playing in Cincinnati for this game. But I think Dalvin Cook should definitely have a good game. I think that's what the Dolphins going to be ran through. But I got the Vikings winning by 14.
Yeah, I have the Vikings winning. Even though my boy Joe B's back and that offense it's gonna get on point, but not this game. Not against these guys.
Maybe not this season.
Yeah, right, not this game. Vikings by like 21 or more.
That is a steep. But yeah, I don't. Cincinnati's young. I don't really trust them yet. Who's gonna be checking Thielen and Jefferson, bro? Like, they might both go for 150.
Nobody.
Facts.
Like they're a fun tandem to watch, man.
Right.
And like Vlad said earlier, their scariest weapon is Dalvin Cook, bro.
Right.
Dalvin Cook knows how to run that ball
And catch the ball.
And they defense is still. Don't forget they just went and got Patrick Peterson, veteran in this league.
Still got your boy.
Still got my boy Harrison Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Still Eric Kendricks.
Mm-hmm.
Daniil Hunter, is he back from injury? Because he was one of them scary linemen. I haven't heard his name in a while, though.
Yeah, I think he's back. They got Griffin back.
Everson Griffin back.
Do they still have Anthony Barr?
He's
linebacker.
Yeah. Did he go to the Jets?
Nah, he was supposed to, but he re-signed.
So they still got Anthony
Barr? Come on.
Yeah. Minnesota got it going on. Kirk Cousins is the only person that can be, he can go for 304 touchdowns, or he can go for 112 and 4 picks. But I don't think that's going to happen this time. I don't trust Cincinnati like that.
Right, not right now.
Not yet. I like Joe B though. Don't get it twisted.
Soon come, but not
couple years.
Give him some time.
All right, I think we got the blowout game of the week: 49ers versus the Lions.
Nah, chill out, bro.
Did you say chill out?
Chill out. Why y'all gonna do that to the 49ers? I'm just kidding.
Is it April 1st?
Nah, I mean, let me tell you the reason why it's not going to be a blowout. Because at least at the quarterback position, Detroit knows what they got. I don't think San Fran does yet, bro. I still don't think they know. Granted, I'm big on Trey Lance, but I don't think he's starting. And if they still doing that whole
switch
back,
like what? This ain't high school, my nigga. Like, what? Like
I say he got the first half, and if it don't work, Trey Lance get in the second half and keep the ball rolling.
Nah, bro, you can't do that in the NFL, bro.
I mean, you can't, but happen. Jimmy G's thinking it up. It's the first game of the season. Might as well see what Trey Lance can do. Yeah, and he's playing Detroit. What's the worst that can happen?
Right, Detroit right now. In my opinion, Detroit is at the bottom.
You know what? Yeah. Detroit about to take is Detroit winning this game.
All right.
Watch.
Somebody.
Watch.
So you got San Fran, right?
Yes, by a landslide.
Somebody get this guy. I think San Fran, I don't know if it's going to be by a lot, but I'd say 10.
Please, somebody write these things down because
if
Detroit...
we could listen to this.
Yeah, we'll revisit it next week.
If Detroit wins this game, y'all owe me some bread, bro. I don't know.
I got 5 on it.
You got 5
on it.
Okay.
Jesus.
See, we can tell who makes the money around here.
The CEO himself.
Then we have one of the more exciting games
This
of the
is
week.
right here.
We have the Arizona Cardinals versus the Tennessee Titans.
Woo! This the game right here. This one of them.
Yeah, this is one of them. This one's tough because I'll be honest with you. I really want to go with Arizona.
Uh-huh.
But man, A.J. Brown, Julio Jones, and Mr. 2K Derrick Henry.
Yeah, that's tough.
I got to go with Tennessee.
Oh, mercy.
I got to go with Tennessee.
Jig, you got to go before me, bro.
Nah,
I need to hear your take, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I can't even pick it. Like,
I'm picking Tennessee.
You got to pick, bro. There's only 2 teams. You got to pick one. Which one you like, blue or red, bro?
like
Blue
you know,
pill,
I really
red
don't. Let me see if I can break this down. Right now, to me, I think Arizona has the best defense out of the two.
Okay.
But
I agree.
the type of offense that Tennessee is holding right now,
That's high potent.
high potent.
But Arizona got an offense too.
Yeah, Arizona has a good offense. But we talking about Tennessee offense right now. But I'm gonna pick Arizona by a small margin.
So we saying
Like
field
2
goal?
or 3, something like
Okay.
that. Maybe.
Who you got, Vlad? You said Arizona?
No, I got
I see
Titans.
he got Tennessee.
I got Titans.
And you had Arizona? Oh, Jesus. I'm
Me.
the tiebreaker, bro. All right, let me break this down. Let's see what we got here. I personally I'm not big on Kyler yet.
I remember that.
Yeah, I've mentioned that.
He's good.
He's good.
Right.
I don't put extra O's on that though. Not good. He's good.
All right.
I mean, both their offenses got. I mean,
It's elite.
Arizona doesn't have the running back, of course.
Right.
But you know, they have DeAndre and they have AJ Green now, and they have Larry Fitz. And
Nah,
they
he
have
not there no
Christian
more.
Kirk. Oh yeah, Larry Fitz. They have Christian Kirk, Andy Isabella.
Woo.
But Tennessee just have 2 names on the outside that strike fear. AJ Brown and Julio Jones. And then of course they got that truck in the back. Ugh, man.
My truck.
I do give the I don't like this.
Right.
I do give the edge to Arizona's defense.
Okay.
I mean, you know, they brought in J.J. Watt. Chandler Jones is still there.
Yep.
And my boy Buddha Baker
in the back.
Yep.
Oh, mercy.
You got Simmons, right?
Isaiah Simmons.
Where's the game?
This game will
Tennessee.
be in
All right.
Tennessee.
Tennessee, next.
All right. We have the Seattle Seahawks versus the Colts. Carson Wentz, they say he's going to play.
We told your ass.
We told
I
you.
don't know how. I
I've
don't
been
know why.
told you. I was like,
they
yo.
said 6 weeks from when he got injured.
And that was in like June.
But I still got the Seattle Seahawks win this one.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a pretty good game.
Yeah, I think this game is tougher than people might
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
I'll say 7 or less.
Yeah.
7 or
I'll
less.
give that.
Especially it's in the Colts home, so but I got Seattle winning.
As long as Carson plays a good game, I think it's a
decent,
close game. If he plays crazy, then
Which version of Carson?
right, that's it.
Yeah.
Are we
That's
expecting to see though?
it depends.
That's a
We
big
don't know.
thing. I mean, the thing that people were raving about was that he's back with his guy Frank Wright, who was the offensive coordinator when Carson Wentz was on MVP status in Philly
Before he messed up.
Yeah, before he went haywire. But I don't know. This game is a little bit more difficult. For some reason, I think people overlooked the Colts a lot.
They do.
I don't know why. They have a really good defense,
Really
and
good
they have
defense.
some good, and they have some firepower at offense too. Like their running game is really good
with Jonathan Taylor
and Mac and now
Now
Hines.
Yeah.
Their offensive line is very good, led by Quentin Nelson.
Nelson.
Yo, guys, if there is an offensive lineman that you need to know, write this name down.
Quentin Nelson.
Quentin Nelson.
I think he's the most aggressive lineman I've ever
Never
seen.
seen anything like it. Yo, you seen this dude highlights, bro?
Yes.
He
moves people.
he
out the
punches
way.
people, bro. He obliterates you out of the play. So Their defense, man. Their defense, you can't sleep. They got DeForest Buckner out there, Darius Leonard, one of the top linebackers in this game. They got some problems. So, I'm gonna go with the Colts. I think the Colts can win this game. Of course, I love Russell. Russell can make things happen that shouldn't happen, and of course, we know what DK is about and Tyler. But I mean, assuming the Carson Wentz, if an average Carson Wentz shows up,
2 touchdowns, 250 yards.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they win because they're gonna run the ball a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
That was my what's
and Seattle's they don't have that defense that people used to fear. They don't even have KJ Wright no more. It's literally only Bobby Wagner now.
That's it.
And Jamal Adams.
That's it. So that's pretty much it. So, I mean, I'm gonna go with the Colts. Okay. I'm gonna go with the Colts.
Then we have.
Wait, Jake, you made a pick?
Did I?
Nah.
No, I didn't.
I think Vlad said Seattle.
Yeah, I said Seattle.
I think the reason I'm not gonna pick the Colts is because I don't know which Carson Wentz is gonna show up.
Yeah,
that's the only reason.
That's true. It's difficult. I want to pick them assuming I get an average Carson Wentz.
If they get Carson Wentz from Philly when he was going MVP, I'm gonna pick. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Indianapolis. But if not, Seattle's taking.
If we get that knucklehead Carson Wentz y'all had, boy, that nigga was tripping. Bro. That nigga was tripping, bro. Next.
All right, then we go to DC for the San Diego Chargers and the Washington football team matchup. I think a high-power offense versus a high elite defense. But I do have the Chargers winning this one. Justin Hubert. I think everybody raves about him of how elite he is and the type of year he had last year. And I think he's going to make another stride this year to put San Diego in a position to make a playoff run. So I got the Chargers winning this one. Even though Washington's at home and they got that elite front four, but San Diego is my choice. I'm sorry, Los Angeles Chargers now. They're not San Diego no more.
Right.
Put them boys back in San Diego.
You want to go or?
Oh, go ahead. Bro.
I got the Washington football
You do? What call?
team. Just because their defense is on point. Scary. I don't think the Chargers, outside of Keenan Allen, and if Austin Eckler even plays this game, because he's, I think, injured. I mean, they have Mike Williams, but other than that, I think Washington's defense can handle that. And on the flip side, Chargers only have one, maybe two players that are really scary. Everybody else is just like average.
Okay.
And you got to deal with two receivers that can cut you up real good. You got to deal with Logan Thomas at tight end. I think that's his name, right?
Curtis Samuel's not playing.
He's not?
He got hurt. I think they said they put him on IR or something. So he's done for at least 6 weeks or something like that.
And you got the cherry on top. You got Fitzmagic. So I'm going with Fitzmagic just because I like him.
Man. Well, here's one interesting thing that I'm reading right now. We got the offensive rookie from last year versus the defensive rookie from last year in this game. So that's cool. Justin Herbert versus Chase Young. I don't want Washington to win because I'm a Giants fan, of course. But I'm on that Justin boat though. You know, definitely. I think Justin, cause last year, you know, he played well and he was throwing the ball all over the place. It wasn't just Keenan Allen or you know. And honestly, I don't feel like Mike Williams has lived up to what we thought he was going to be anyway. So I don't even know if I really want to count him. But I'm just on the Justin Herbert boat. I think he's going to be one of those quarterbacks that can make things happen. Like, he's the reason why they're going to win. You heard it here. Second. you know. He'll know. But, I just really liked what I saw from him last year. And I think San Diego... LA. I think they feel the same because look, they not only did they never went back to Tyrod Taylor last year, but they even got rid of him. So that means they don't even care to have a serious backup plan to Herbert. So let's go with them Chargers.
The Chargers. All right.
Yeah.
Then we have the New York Jets and the Carolina Panthers.
this is a low key intriguing game.
Right.
It is. I would watch it. I mean, what time is it? 1 o'clock. I don't have
a 1 o'clock
NFL
game.
Red Zone thing.
It's on CBS.
It's on. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch that one. I don't think I need to watch the Falcons game.
CMC? I got the Panthers on this one. I think Panthers are a little underrated this year with the weapons they got, especially on offense.
I think they both are. Yeah. I think they both made necessary moves to make their quarterback somewhat comfortable.
Yep.
And
this is a toss-up.
Yeah, it's a toss-up. This is not an easy game to pick.
I got Panthers.
You got the Panthers.
I got the Panthers with.
Well, you made it look easy.
With CMC, that's a lot of offense, and then DJ Moore, our receiver.
I don't think CMC gets as many touches as people think this year, like he did before. Nah, I think they run a real. Not saying they weren't running a real offense, but I think they use him a little less just to preserve him, and they have more weapons to spread the ball around and a decent quarterback. But I still don't know who's gonna win though. So Dub, take it away.
You just gotta pick. Let's see. I am a fan of what they got going on in Carolina. I like the pickup with J.C. Horn to go get with who was it, Dante Jackson? They got Jeremy Chin. They got Derek Brown, Shaq Thompson. I'm gonna go Carolina. But the Jets are intriguing. I find them interesting. I like the Zach Wilson pickup. We're gonna see if he pans out to be what they hope him to be. But I like the fact that they didn't just sometimes teams just draft a quarterback, right?
And then that's it. Leave him out there to drive.
Yeah, but they went and got some receivers from him. Elijah Moore. They already had Jamison Crowder.
Corey Davis.
He went and got Corey Davis, who looks like he's ready to become a big time receiver. So yeah, I'm excited to see what the Jets are going to be up to. But I don't think they're going to win this game though, because again, Carolina re-upped on both sides of the ball, and I think Carolina going to be a little better than we think. I like Sam Darnold. New York was too big for Sam Darnold. Yeah. But now he can quietly play in Carolina. I think he's going to be all right. Jig, make your pick, man.
Carolina next.
Oh, we're all next.
You made that thing quick.
Carolina.
Okay, so now after that we have the Jacksonville Jaguars and and the Houston Texans. I'll say the least anticipated game for the week,
bruh.
Jesus.
I guess you got to pick though, right?
Yeah, you got to pick something. Because I'm like, man, Trevor Lawrence, his team is not good.
Yo. Let me. I could go first.
Go ahead, Jay.
Jacksonville landslide win.
You think so?
Yo, right now the defense the best thing they got in Houston right now is their defense. Not saying their offense is what's name, but Tyrod Taylor is not going to be.
He's not Buffalo
carving
Tyrod.
People up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, as long as Jacksonville plays decent defense, I think Jacksonville offense will beat the heck out of Houston's defense because they don't have a pass rush anymore. Yeah. They have what is Whitney Merciless still there?
I think so.
If he's there, it's him. Then you got the Cunningham, the running back after that. I mean J.R. Reed at safety, but all of them are doable. So
yeah, man, yeah, I'll go Jacksonville, and I'll just leave it at that. Yeah. I'm not big on what I think Trevor Lawrence is gonna have a little difficult time. I'll be shocked if he has a big game. I just think Houston. There's a lot of trouble in Houston. Like, a lot. You don't want to be around Houston.
Right. Trevor Lawrence 300 yards.
Houston, we have a
3
problem.
touchdowns.
You think
you
so?
heard it here first?
Yo, you heard it. You heard it here. You heard it here. Let's see if that pans out to be true.
Now we have another AFC game, which is going to be elite.
This might be game of
the
week.
Cleveland Browns versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes.
Let me go first.
Okay.
Yo. Upset alert.
Oh boy.
Upset alert. Woo. This is my game of the week, and y'all look. Y'all, I am as big as a fan of what Andy Reid and them Kansas City Chiefs are up to as anyone else. Patrick Mahomes, he's the GOAT, or to be, or whatever. But Cleveland, yeah. When's the last time we talked Cleveland Browns football?
Jim Brown?
Jim Brown.
Yeah, so we wasn't born. I don't
born.
even know if my parents were, bro. But yo, Cleveland Browns are here. And matter of fact, it's off topic, but they're winning the division as well. I'm gonna just throw that out there.
Here, you
first.
Another hot.
That's a hot take.
Mayo, dick I miss. Yo, let me tell you, bro. The Cleveland Browns, bro. One, I was always a big Baker fan. Ever since he was playing in college, right? I always liked Baker. But, I did think he came into a situation, they tried to make him do too much. So what do you do to alleviate that? You get 2 freaking Pro Bowl running backs, bro. Yo.
And receivers.
And what? I don't even care about the receivers yet. It's their running backs that's the problem. Okay, they have a good line. You got Chubb, who is a train out there. Kareem Hunt has been a problem since his Kansas City days. Matter of fact, if Kareem Hunt was still in Kansas City, I think they would have went back to back or whatever. But anyway, so you got 2 stud running backs that can go for 100 at any minute. Yeah. And then we want to get to the receivers. We already know what them LSU boys are about.
Yes, sir.
And then you got Austin Hooper. You got David Njoku. Yo, Cleveland is set. Their defense re-up. You got a Myles Garrett, who's an elite lineman. They added Jadeveon Clowney to the mix. You got Denzel Ward at corner. You got John Johnson they got from the Rams. Yo, Cleveland Browns football is here, y'all. Finally. The Cleveland Browns football is here. Upset alert. Right. Y'all can go now. I'm done.
I agree 100% with you. Like, I think Patrick Mahomes and them are gonna have a tough time blocking because that defensive line is serious. Because don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he's a world beater anymore, but they do have Malik Jackson in the middle. I don't know if I remember, he used to play with the Broncos.
Yeah,
and he was a hell day.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying he's there anymore, but you still gotta block that guy.
Yeah.
On top of the other 2 guys that you gotta block.
Kansas City re-upped on that O-line though. Something serious.
That's what I was about to say.
That's why. However, they haven't played together yet.
Right.
Yeah, true, but
chemistry's not there.
How hard is it to play with Pat Mahomes?
I think the issue is, and it's not even Kansas City offense versus Cleveland's defense. It's Cleveland's offense versus Kansas City's defense, because Kansas City's defense is not that good.
Yes, I agree.
Boy.
that is the changer right there.
Literally only have 2 guys to game plan against.
Tyron
and Chris Jones.
That's it.
Yeah. That's it. So Cleveland, yo, upset alert.
It's hard to go against Pat Mahomes though. I got the Chiefs. I don't think it's gonna be an easy game. But Pat Mahomes conquer all.
and you know
he's that good.
I can't be mad at anybody that picked.
But don't get wrong. Cleveland this year has a star-studded team. Like Cleveland, they're supposed to be seeing the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. If it's not the Titans, but
or the Bills.
Damn.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have said that.
Yeah. But it's just Pat Mahomes. He does things that humans are not supposed to do.
Yeah.
So I got the Chiefs, but definitely a game to keep an eye on. It's gonna be very exciting. It's gonna be the midday game at 4:25. But yeah, it's hard to go against Pat Mahomes.
Oh, it's on CBS too. We lit.
Yep. After that, we got a division game.
Jig, you made a pick?
He did make a pick.
Cleveland.
He went Cleveland? Oh,
I'm going Cleveland.
Let's go.
After that, we have a division game between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots.
I like this game too.
Surprisingly, things have turned, and I am actually going with the Dolphins with this one. I hope Tua can be Tua from Alabama, and prove people wrong that he can carry this team to new heights. I know Mac Jones had a good preseason, but I'm not completely sold on him. I think he still have a couple more games to get under his belt, especially in his NFL league. But I am actually going with the Dolphins. I like what the Dolphins are doing. I still hope Deshaun Watson end up there mid-season, but as of right now, it's Tua versus Mac Jones. And I'm going with Tua.
Whew. I don't 100% trust Tua yet. I think Tua is the weakest part of the Miami offense or the team right now. He likes to hold the ball a little too long, and you know who likes to take advantage of that? Bill Belichick. So I'm going with Bill Belichick with a slight win, 1 point.
That means he's expecting a field goal win. You know, it's funny you say that because I'm thinking about these Alabama quarterbacks, and I think Mac Jones has a better chance of being the Alabama quarterback we saw versus Tua. So, I mean, you know, Tua came in prematurely last year anyway. Like, Miami was doing well, and they went and put him in. I don't really understand why they did that.
Right.
But he never at any point wowed me. And I'm a big Tua fan. Like, I like the Tua. I like the pickup and everything. But he never at any point wowed me. And Mac Jones has already actually given me something to look at during his preseason. So, I don't know, man. I see the Patriots winning this game.
Yeah.
I think the Patriots win this game. Mac Jones has weapons, you know, that Cam Newton was hoping to use this year, but that's not going to happen. So, I like the Patriots.
Okay.
To take this one.
Next, we have the Green Bay Packers versus New Orleans Saints. This is easy for me. I don't bet against my GOAT.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers. And Drew Brees is no longer behind center in New Orleans. So, I got the Green Bay Packers.
I agree with you. Though I think Jameis Winston is going to have a great season, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to beat the Saints defense, especially that trash they got at corner called Marcus Lattimore.
You really don't like that guy. He must be from Ohio State.
Oh, he is.
Jokes.
Yeah.
He was good at OSC.
I don't know if I've ever picked it. As many times as, yes, I've seen Aaron Rodgers lose, but I don't know if I've ever actually picked him to lose a game. He is that nice, and I don't think it's going to start here. The game is... Where is the game? Because it was supposed to be in New Orleans. No, it's not
they
in New
moved
Orleans.
it.
They moved it because of
the hurricane.
Yeah, the hurricane. So
I don't know where it is, but I don't know if it really mattered. So it could be in my backyard. It could be
in Jacksonville.
It's in Jacksonville?
Yeah.
All right, whatever. Packers in 6.
In 6.
All right. Then we have the next matchup between the Denver Broncos and the New York Giants. I think this is easy. I got the Broncos winning this. Von Miller is back.
Oh my God!
Can you hear the hate in his voice?
Boy, this is disrespect.
easy.
This is easy. No, what's easy is the Falcons whipping your ass. That's what's easy. I don't think this is that easy to pick because you don't know what you're gonna get from Denver's offense either. So this is gonna be a defensive matchup.
I think so.
It's gonna be. Y'all watched that UGA Clemson game from last week?
Yep.
What was the score?
10-3.
10-3. And what was the only touchdown?
Defensive.
That's what we about to see.
I think Von Miller. Okay, cool. So Broncos, what?
Can I make my pick? Giants 13, Denver Broncos 6.
Oh, wow. You heard it here first. Yeah, I think quarterback play is going to be real big in this game right here. So whichever quarterback decides to play a decent game, the better game,
just decent,
just the better game.
Just don't turn the ball over.
Right, gets the better. And I think who do I want to win? The Giants. Who do I think is going to win? The Giants.
Bayo. And it's in New York, so hopefully maybe that gives us an edge.
Something.
You know, now that the fans are back, you know. But like you said earlier, that man Von Miller is back and he's ready. I'm excited to see Von Miller back, to be honest. I really always enjoyed watching him play. He looks like he's having a blast out there every time he is playing, and he wreaks havoc. He is a Super Bowl MVP. That doesn't happen too often from the defensive position. So, aside from tomorrow's game, I just want to shout out Von Miller, period.
All right. And then our Sunday night game with a lot of stars that's going to be on the field. We got the Chicago Bears versus the Los Angeles Rams. Man.
Rams. This one's easy for me, man.
Yeah, the Rams just have a lot of weapons. Aaron Donald. I think that's it. That's all you have to say. Aaron Donald.
That's it. That's the tweet.
But it's gonna be a good game. But man, the Rams.
I don't see it being that great of a game.
I don't see it being a good game, and the reason being, I don't trust the Red Rifle.
Yeah, and that's exactly.
And that's it. It's not even their offense is bad. I just don't trust their quarterback situation, which they can't have a mix up at because they're playing the Rams defense, which is really elite, really good. So any hiccup, and you definitely gonna see the ball going the other way, either fumble, interception, something. So Rams by a lot, unfortunately, and it's gonna. And I'm not even talking about the Rams offense scoring a lot. I think the defense is gonna score a lot.
The funny thing to me about this game is that I think if it was later in the season, the Rams would definitely whip their ass.
Now they're getting the rust off.
But they're gonna be
that's the only thing that's gonna keep this close. Like Matt Stafford, new spot, new people, new system, whatever. Like that's the only reason why this game may be close. But literally, bro, I feel like if this game was in November, this would be an ass whipping. But I'm sorry to say, if any Chicago fans out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like what the Rams got going on. They got Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, Deshaun Jackson. It's kind of stupid out here with the Rams. So
they loaded.
They loaded, and they still have the GOAT. They should put him in a Hall of Fame right now. Aaron Donald, yes, he's the first person to ever deserve it while he's still playing. He's not even 30 yet, bro. So he's not even done. So, but yeah, let's go Rams.
And last but not least, our Monday night football game of the week.
Dum-dum.
Ravens versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Man.
Who you got, Vlad?
Would I be crazy to go with the upset and pick the Raiders?
To tell you the truth, I don't even think that's an upset.
That's not an upset, bro.
And it's in Las Vegas.
I don't even think it's.
I don't think it's an upset.
I think the Ravens are in such a bad situation at the moment that
it's a lot going on in Baltimore, man.
They have a running back situation. They have a quarterback situation.
They lost Marcus Peters too.
They lost Marcus Peters, so that's too many situations to go against. And I'm not saying he's a world beater, but Derek Carr is a decent quarterback.
He can sling that ball.
They
got Darren Waller.
They got
Darren Waller is a problem.
They got receivers that can catch the ball. They got a running back. I'm going with Vegas.
I'm going with the Bucs.
The Bucs. Oh, if the Bucs got them as the favorites, then yeah, I'm going with them. I'm sorry, Lamar.
Yeah, I think Lamar's been figured out.
Yeah.
And we mentioned it before. It's sad to say, but I feel like we have seen the best that Lamar has to offer. And yeah, like I like the Raiders too. Like I like Derek Carr. I like Darren Waller. I love Josh Jacobs back there. They got Henry Ruggs as one of the receivers.
Right.
They got some problems around. They could still soup up their defense some, but they got Max Crosby on the line. I think he's really good.
They got KJ Wright.
They did just get KJ Wright as well.
They got what's that safety? He's a problem.
John Abram. Yeah.
Problem.
I mean, he be hurting himself though.
He's an old school safety.
Yeah, like this dude be just launching himself. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Raiders. All right. John Gruden and Raiders.
So that's all our picks for this week. Now, out of all those games, guys, before we wrap up, what do we think is going to be the game of the week?
Bro, I'm going with
Browns, Kansas City.
Browns, Chiefs, boy. That's
I got
for me.
Cardinals, Titans.
Yeah, it's between those two games. I don't know which one, but they're both gonna be exciting to watch.
Definitely got, Kyler Murray versus that
Ryan Tannehill. Put some respect on his name.
Man, I was gonna say that elite offense in Derrick Henry and Julio and AJ Brown. But I agree. Those two games will definitely be the games of the week. I'm just gonna go with the Cardinals and Titans. I think that one's a little bit more anticipated. Got a lot of offense on the field. But definitely looking forward to all the games this week and definitely the big games. But we'd definitely like to hear what you guys think. That's going to be the game of the week, along with who you think are your picks to win each week's matchup. Definitely let us know in the comment section. But also, be sure to stay tuned with us next week as we listen back and see who was correct with all their picks. As we talk about next week's picks for next week's games. And also, tap in with us. Catch us on social media at sports_cash_. And be sure to subscribe, like, and comment on all listening platforms. We are live on Clubhouse every Monday at 7 p.m. where we discuss the various topics. And obviously it's football season, so now we are full swing in football topics right now. So on that note, we'll catch you next week.
Your
peace.